Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Club Lorcana versus. Right now, we have myself and Syed. Zan, say hi to everyone.
Hello.
And we are finishing the trifecta from the last few days. We are going to see how BLURPLE does against dogs. This is, of course, BLURPLE, probably the most popular deck across every tournament, versus dogs, the winner of DLC Melbourne.
Yes.
All right. And to get started, we're going to roll the very exciting rock, paper, scissors dice. I think this die roll is huge in this matchup.
Yep.
Okay. I got scissors.
I got paper.
All right, I'm on the play, and I've often said that dogs can't beat BLURPLE on the play. I am BLURPLE, and so let's see if I'm right.
Yep. So this is you're playing Jonathan Lamb's list.
Dang it. I mean, great.
So
That's good.
this is basically replaying the finals
Yeah.
of DLC Melbourne.
All right, we're gonna play the finals of DLC Melbourne, but who was on the play for that one?
I think Jonathan Lamb.
Jonathan Lamb was on the play. Oh no, it does not bode well.
Oh yeah, my turn.
All right. So I've actually already made most of my choices. This curve is on fire. all my Gwen Stefani fans know. And then I'm cutting these because they're too expensive and bad. So I'm gonna put 3 back, keep 4, and Zan, you should be good to turn around. Oh wait, but then I gotta leave. So I'm gonna do that and then get ready to shuffle up.
And here's my opening hand. I will keep this. Now we're thinking about the rest of the stuff. I think we're getting rid of these 2. I think I will keep these 2 are gone. Keeping those 5. All right. Good to go.
All right, I'm on my way back right now, just familiarizing myself a little bit with the list. Namely, one of the most important things I think I have going on with my list is for BLURPLE, Wasabi makes a big difference in the matchup. So I was checking my list for Wasabis.
I think I made a mistake in my Mulligan. I just thought about it.
Nice.
I'll talk about it after the game.
Great. You never make mistakes. That's crazy. Usually I make mistakes and then you don't. That's like the difference between us fundamentally.
I just thought about it a little bit more and I was like, I think I could be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah. Molecularly, there's no difference between us, but in terms of how we play Lorcana, it's a little different.
Yes.
He said, yes. All right. I'm going to start us off. Are you ready? I'm going to ink a Royal Guard, which I know it's really good in the matchup and you want to get on board, but right now I have to ink it. But I do have a 1-drop. I'm going to play a Royal Guard, and this I go, haha, I tricked you. I'm crazy. All right. So Zan has to put pressure on me. Royal Guard sort of insulates me against a lot of his 1-drops. So like a Daisy Duck could maybe survive it, but we'll see what happens.
I'll ink a Webby and play a Lady.
All right. Lady is in play. And now it's my turn. I'm going to ink a Cheshire Cat. I'm going to play a Tipo and put one of my cards into there. And it'll be your turn. I don't really want him to trade Lady for Royal Guard because I can't crack back on it. So I'll just say go.
Bobby. I'll play a Grandma Willow. Play a Bobby.
All right. My turn here is going to be pretty simple. I'm just trying to get established on the board. I'm going to ink an Iago, play a Genie. That should enable me to quest here in a couple minutes, and then I will pass.
All right. Our turn starts off with a Nani.
Nani? Did you brick? I asked it. What? I agree that's not true because it's a question. Those aren't true.
Not true.
We have to start leaving these exerted because Duke Weaselton. What the heck? That thing? Don't.
Nobody plays. All right. Ursula.
Yep.
And pass.
Okay. He didn't add another one drop to the board, so that's pretty good. All right. We drew probably one of the best cards we could have drawn. I'm going to cast Sail the Azurite Sea. Nice. And then I'm going to ink a Into the Unknown. I'm going to play a Cheshire Cat. I think I'll also ink a Hades. And then this is, what we've all been waiting for. I get a quest for 2 here, and then I'll pass.
Turn.
Playing a Cheshire Cat was in case he decides to sing Under the Sea with a Shift Lady. Nani? Where could they all be coming from?
Daisy Duck.
Daisy Dukes.
I'll play the Daisy Duck.
Haha, she ain't got no pants. I guess none of your characters that you have right now have pants on in their pictures.
That's true.
Meanwhile, I got Tipo, Pants King. What? Why?
I'll link this trump.
Okay. So, Zan, a good way to think about this is you're choosing a card to keep.
We'll get rid of D6.
Bye, guys. What the heck? I thought you only had one card left.
I had to. I played 99.
Oh, nice.
I Delamoon. The Cheshire Cat.
Okay.
I didn't mean to keep this card, by the way. But it's okay. It worked out because I hit another.
Boo.
7.
6, 7. This is not good for me because now you could find a bunch of Lilos and accumulate value that way. Boo. All right, you give it up?
The question is whether or not I'm going to quest or not. I played 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So I can do that.
We actually played 4. It's a 4-3. Because you started this turn with Nani.
I won't.
I mean, I'm just gonna get rid of it anyway.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, this has got to be your turn. Demona.
Didn't get there. I'm trying to think of what I want to do now. I'll get one of your tramps. These two are going to take out your lady. Is this -1 or -2?
-2.
Boo. I'll quest for 3. And it'll be your turn after that.
First.
Boo.
Yeah, I did not mean to keep the Lilo in my hand after the first tramp, and I was kind of in shock that the rest of the draw was so lackluster.
Complicated.
I think that these two, taking out your Cheshire Cat, is quite nice. And using this to take out the royal card, it puts me in like a much more interesting position. And then
All right, so you go up 4. Quest for 2. I'm gonna sing "Let It Go" on tramp, or should I do Lilo? I guess Lilo's a pain I can never get rid of. Lilo, and then challenge Daisy Duck.
Yeah, Bouncer Depot.
And I'll pass.
In most of those situations, I would have bounced the Nani back to my hand, but I felt like it was unnecessary.
Boo.
I had the lady in my hand.
Yeah.
Like these are great choices. I want to add more to the board, so I think
What the heck? Where'd that Daisy come from?
these 3 just entered.
Yeah, you can't quest with those. For 5.
Pass. So the reason why I think I made a mistake in my mulligan was I think I should have been more aggressively looking for Chromacon.
Sure. All right, let's see what I can do.
Because Jonathan Lamb famously did not play Wasabi in it.
Yeah, that's a bummer that I don't have that card. But it is what it is.
It really does like flip the matchup.
Yeah.
The thing is, Jonathan Lamb did have an advantage in the mirror match by not playing Wasabi. So maybe he wouldn't have been in the spot that he was in the finals with Wasabi.
Trying to think if there's a way I can coerce you into bouncing my Hades. Don't you hate when you're doing that? When you're like, well, how can I walk them into something bad? And you're like, there's no way it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I thought about it last turn. I was like, I could just bounce it because I have this lady.
Quest for one. Oh my god.
How'd you do that?
All right, I concede. I drew let it go.
Oh no.
I'll be on the plate. I did concede because I pressed the button wrong there, and I was like, well, this isn't worth it.
Yeah, this matchup is pretty lopsided. So the whole reason why we're doing this is because we're trying to demonstrate that the rock paper scissors situation going on. And what did we do yesterday? We did purple steel versus blurple.
But well, the viewer doesn't actually know that's. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, you mean yesterday's video?
Mhm.
Yeah, of course. And also, but it's still the same day in time. We're recording it on the same day.
No, we're not.
And we didn't go home and give up halfway through this cycle.
It's so hard to do many videos in a row. But yeah, so basically, we started off with dogs versus purple steel. Purple steel took it. Then we were like, okay, let's see the other side. Purple steel versus blurple. And then blurple won. And then now we're doing blurple versus dogs. And if blurple can pull it out, then we're like, oh, this is the best choice because it has a shot,
Yep.
But I really felt like without Wasabi, you don't have my whole goal just becomes very simple. It's like find this Chromacon, your percentage of winning goes up drastically.
Yeah, definitely. I found out after I altered that I didn't have Wasabi in my deck, and I was like, oh, that sucks. Because one of the things that's interesting about Chromacon, and to a lesser extent Snowfort, is that they're items that really require you to have like faith in them. So like if you're depending on sometimes like if you have a character and it gets removed, it's bad, but it's not that bad because it's not like that was keeping your whole board safe. But if you have a Chromacon that gets removed, and then your opponent's like, "Are you ready for me now to challenge?" And you're like, "Oh no!" And then your whole board's gone because you don't get to bounce anything anymore. So they get to Cheshire, cat you, etc., etc.
Yeah, it's like how you felt when your Tiana got into the unknown.
Exactly.
But that the Tiana into the unknown situation is going to happen because that's a character and that's a removal for a character. But this is specifically now taking it to the next level, which is item.
Right.
Item removal. I'll turn around.
Yep, this one's going to be an easy one, folks. And I think that I'm even going to prompt you to say it with me. So this is our hand. It has, no one drops, no ramp. So say it with me on 3, everybody. 1, 2, 3. Ship 7. By hand. And here's my new 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here it is. We're excited. It looks a little better than the previous. And now I'm going to go shuffle while Zan comes back in.
And here's our 7. Here's our 7. I think this one's quite simple. We'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of these 2. We'll get rid of this. The question now is whether we want to keep all 3 of these. I think the answer is no. We're going to ship 5. We're going to keep 2. And we're good to go.
I'm coming back.
Back.
All right, we're back with another exciting game of Deadlock TCG.
That game is good.
Deadlock TCG is good. Yeah. Have you played the new Mugenics at all? My friends have just started talking about it. I've known about it for a little bit, but I don't want to play it. I never really liked Binding of Isaac that much. Grosses me out.
Got a weird, like, demented vibe to it.
Yeah, agreed. But I mean, you know, it's sick. If you like it, if you like Mugenics, then that's cool. By the way, I just don't like it.
Me neither. Start us off.
Well, a couple different roads I could take, and I'll choose the one less traveled by. And
That's a good one.
That will make all the difference. So I'm gonna ink a sail, play the Royal Guard, pass turn to you.
Inca Go-Go.
Yep. Luckily, no underdog cards that I have to worry about.
Duck.
Daisy Duck. All right. That might make us regret inking that sail, but it's fine. We drew Demona, so we could have double ramped and sailed a little later, but it is what it is. All right, we have a choice here. We're going to choose, I think, this one. And I'll get my cheeky one. Go ahead. No, I won't.
Ursula.
Forgot I was playing a green deck.
Play a Willow.
Okay.
Play a doggy. Yes.
It's a doggy dog world out there.
A lot of dogs.
That's a spicy dog. I'd have to ink this because it gets eaten up by every card in your deck. And play a Dombo. And I think now I do grab a cheeky one just because I'm down to start the trading before we start chromaconning. Go ahead. And I have to get this game over with sooner rather than later, or at least put pressure on you. Otherwise, I don't win. I do the other thing.
I'll play the grandmother.
All right, your next character costs one less. It should say the first character costs one less. Then it would be null and void.
Lady.
Yep.
I will quest for 2.
All right. I get a genie.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Play lady.
Nope. Good thing that's not going to bother me.
I'll Della's followed by the Dumbo.
Okay.
Pass.
Okay. All right. I'm going to play a genie. It's causing me to draw a card. Drawing card, a useful feature. It's time for me to ink sail the Azurite Sea. Okay, what am I gonna do now? Oh, yeah, easy peasy. I'm gonna challenge Lady with Royal Guard. And then these two are gonna challenge your Grandmother Willow. So that, you know, it dies. And I think that's what I got this turn. Go ahead. Kind of a risky proposition in terms of I'll probably lose my Royal Guard this turn, but not that bad. Oh my god. Boo. You can't just say lady all the time. Zimmeruski. Boo.
So this turn I played this Bobby and this lady.
Yep.
This lady can take out this.
Yep. But the lady's also dry. Okay.
Plus with
Okay. Let's go, Sven.
pretty good. I'll use this lady to take out the royal guard.
Okay.
And I shall pass.
Okay. I'm going to play an Elsa and exert the Grandmother Willow. All right. I had this figured out. What was I learning? Oh, yeah. I'm just going to get as many guys off your field as I can because I'm basic like that. We're going to challenge Lady, this one. And then these two, no longer weak, will challenge Daisy Duck. That gets rid of my poor Tipo and leaves my Dumbo feeling a little bit anxious. This, of course, challenges Grandmother Willow. And then I'm going to ink a Cheshire Cat. Well, I'm playing well. Go ahead. Boo. What the heck? Okay. Let's see what I can do. I think my plan. Yep, it's going to be the plan. Cheshire Cat. We're going to boost it. We're going to move the damage from Dumbo onto Grandmother Willow. We're going to sing Let It Go on Lilo. Ink Sale. Play Junior Woodchuck. Challenge Bobby. And then Quest for 2. Now it'll be your turn. This that no Chromacon game that we were hoping for.
Yeah. Definitely more difficult.
What the heck? Cost 5.
Lady.
Boo. Also, where'd you get 5? I ramped you. But I ramped you after I got rid of your Willow, so it's net neutral.
I'll grab a lady and
Yep.
I think I just
Okay. Yep. Makes a lot of sense. In kind of a stupid is weird. I'm in a rough spot here because, I just like don't have what it takes to like really effectively get rid of everything. So I choose Unexerted Lady.
I have to give you 2 cards.
Yeah.
Forced decision.
Draw 2 more cards. Draw a card with this Elsa using Dumbo's ability, so we make history.
Okay.
Ink. I want to use Cheshire Cat to sing Into the Unknown on your lady. We're going to use Dumbo to break records. So I go up again. And of course, it's a quest for 2. And now, for my next thing that I'll do, I'm going to pass.
All right, we're at famously 8 ink.
How do you get to 8 ink?
All right, first things first. Full quest. Pass.
All right, that's not so bad. All I got to do is destroy all of your guys. Look at Demona. We have plenty of ways to draw cards. So if I swing Hades and then boost, we can take care of Daisy that way, and then this can take care of Lady. And then I can just send some guys into Lady. So I have this much with which to draw cards. I'll start with Elsa. So I'll draw a card. Not quite what I need. I started this turn by inking a Demona. Feels like a good time to say that. So I could do it one more time. Nope, because then I don't have enough to throw. Okay, so we decided we're going to go Cheshire Cat into Daisy Duck, and then boost Cheshire Cat. Oh, actually, we get to be really careful here with what we do. So we had this, and then we're boosting, and I can move 1 damage. I think I want to do it from Elsa. Yeah, that's actually smart. Elsa damage hits. Oh, I already drew. Dang it. Whatever. Okay. Exert your lady, the O3. Dumbo challenges lady. Oh. Could I play around? I totally could. All right. I have 1 ink left. Zan, should I play around Go-Go or not? I'm going to get a read on him, folks.
I mean, what do you think?
I can. Do I still win? So if I play around Go-Go is sending these guys into Lady, right? And leaving this. So I'd be at 8 with the ability to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4 to 12. Versus if I do it this way, then I can quest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 14 and then have lethal on the crackback. But I can present lethal on the crackback again in my next turn. So I'm getting rid of these guys. Go.
Yep.
All right. Good thing I got rid of that lady for sure. All right. So we want to get rid of as many characters as we can. Revolutionary concept. So it looks like that's one character right now, which is mostly fine. We can't get rid of all of our damage, so we're dead to that card no matter what. Gives us a little bit of wiggle room. So here's 5 to get rid of one of them. And we definitely want to present lethal. Okay, so this helps do that, right? No. Be better to present lethal a different way. Okay. That means that we're playing this genie. Exert Grandmother Willow. Challenge it. And then quest for 4.
Mm-hmm. You're at 12.
Dang it. I couldn't add one more to the board. Oh, well, go. Just a regular guy. Chromacon. Under the Sea. All these are acceptable. Yep, you're 19 for sure.
Pass.
Whoa, I got there. Woo!
14. Oh, I still have one more turn.
Yep. I couldn't avoid you having one more turn. Into the unknown. There's no, like, I could wasabi my own guidebook style thing to do here. So, I guess we're just drawing cards.
Yep. I like the wasabi. It's cool in this spot, right?
Yeah. I could have done more stuff. All right. Quest for, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, you're 19. You're at 12, right? At the beginning.
Yeah. I was one short of lethal. Go.
Part of the cards.
Yep. Earth's Chromacon. Right. Of course.
Well played. Play.
All right. Big time. That was a game without Chromacon, and if you're on the play and there's no Chromacon involved, BLURPLE has a pretty easy time. But that's a lot of stuff. That's right.
Easy time. I'm at 19.
These are the cards under. Well, no, it's just because it's close. I don't know. It's gonna be close.
Yeah.
Because of the nature of the dogs.
I was still looking for Tramp. It was a game without Tramp and without Chromacon.
I just dodged your deck. You missed, bro.
On that turn, I think that I would have not played around Go-Go just because of how much it was gonna affect your clock.
Yeah.
So I didn't think that was.
I thought I could put like more lore on the board because I had a genie in my hand.
I think you could have figured out what card was in my hand because if I had a Go-Go, I actually would just play to that turn.
Yeah, to try to close other or whatever.
Yeah, the reason why I kept the card is it was a tramp because it can pose as being 2 quests.
Yeah.
Plus, I was like, oh, if I draw 7 cost tramp or what do you call it?
Bobby's
Bobby.
Risky.
Then I could replace it, and it could possibly hit me a much more impactful card. Because if you wipe my board that turn, it gets.
Yeah, I thought I had 2 genies in my hand. I was like, oh, that's lethal.
Yeah. I don't think what else I could have done to gain 1 more lore. I definitely think I should have gained 1 lore off of so there was a turn I quested with with Daisy Duck, and I saw that you hit the Elsa, and I didn't quest with my Willow.
Willow, yeah.
And I had two choices that turn. I could have used the Willow to take out your Tipo, which would have prevented my Daisy Duck from dying. But I think that was actually the correct play, which was I should have just taken out your Tipo. Then your Dumbo and Tipo could not take out my Daisy Duck, and I think that wins that game.
Well, I might have played different in response.
I feel like you're trying to deal with all my stuff as soon as you could.
Yeah, but I would have done that different if you had more lore.
I wouldn't have more lore. It would be the same amount of lore.
Oh. Well, then you would have lost at 19. Same amount of lore. All right, I'm on the draw. So
No, I just save a character that makes more lore.
It's time for me to leave.
Oh. Hmm. I'll keep 7. All right.
I'm coming back. All right. We're back. Zan's gonna leave, so I can do my altar. So we have something really good right here. Of these cards, you could ask for no better for your first 2 turns, so that's great. These cards kind of go not that way. I think I like this one, but I'm kind of looking for this magic number, so I'm shipping these. Shipping them right away. Actually, I might keep this one as insurance that this works. Yeah, so I'm shipping just 2. So I'm going to draw my 2 cards. Zan, you can come on back.
How many did you ship?
I shipped 2. All right. Going to be up to you.
All right. We're gonna start off by Webby.
Webby. Webbo.
Bobby.
Zimaruski. So you're not allowed to discard Lilo or Lady 5. New rule. You can only discard a good card. Oh, you didn't listen to me at all. What is this?
Yeah, the card you were about to draw. You have 8 cards, right?
Yep.
Perfect.
Hades kind of only draws 2 cards. It's sometimes a little too slow. Here's a stopgap. Go ahead. Yay, no Willow.
Play a lady.
Let it go. Play Sail the Azurite Sea. Ink Into the Unknown. Play Basil. Challenge Bobby Zimaruski for 3. It's 3, and it'll be your turn after that. I felt really behind. I don't know why. I was like, oh no, I don't have any guys.
Back to Lilo.
Okay.
I use Bobby to take out
So the Azurite Sea. I'm gonna ink Tipo, let it go, and play a Bassel. I guess like pre-Chromacon board clearing is ideal. And it'll be your turn. Also, tramp considerations. Lots of reasons to keep your board clear of that Bobby there. I choose your 4/4.
You can draw 2.
Nice. Ink Basil. Play Basil. Go ahead. Okay. I choose Lilo. And then I quest for 1. And buff this challenge lady.
I'll bounce the Basil.
I was thinking that you might do that. Okay, go ahead. Whoa, you have a lot of cards.
I'll play.
I thought you were at 1 left. You're at 2 left. Not good for me to lose track of all your cards all the time. You're Bobby. Play this, exert Lilo, challenge Lilo.
I'll bounce also.
I need all my ink. This is a tough one. Go. Do you say go?
Go.
I'll take my turn now. Boo. Yay.
That's a very good.
Hades, the 2-cost Lilo. Quest for 1. Challenge. Pass. Zimmerowski. Dang, the reconsider to arrange the bottom of your deck into a different order is crazy. How many times we're gonna bounce as Nani this game? What does Zan know that I don't? Yeah, the Hades was really good. It's like a genie into something type good. Certainly.
Yes.
I'm going to exert Go Tamago. Quest for 4. Challenge Go Tamago with Elsa.
I'm still thinking. You have 3 cards in hand or 2?
2. Okay. Quest for 1. Here's a Dumbo. And that's all me. Go ahead. What's good about doing that with the Elsa is the Go-Go's not worse. You know, it's not like I have 4 here. Nani! You can't just play a Nani every turn. Boo.
Been very good.
I know I inked a lot of them, but now would be a great time for Let It Goes. So now I'm in a weird spot because the Nani could punch my Hades and cause the Go Tamago to go up by too much lore. So we're gonna have to make something happen here. I shouldn't just start with a huge but that's the way the world works sometimes. I guess the best draw ever would be like a cat. Anyway, this is 3. How would that maybe matter? I can't think of where. All right, draw a card, gain a lore. True though. Okay. Draw a card, gain a lore. Junior Woodchuck Guidebook. Draw 2 cards.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got it.
Heck,
What?
I thought it was that.
Why?
I thought.
I
Sure.
can't play around your go-go, right? Like, if I just quest with everybody, you kill me.
Yeah. I was just thinking that you find out Let It Go and you gravy.
I agree, but I didn't. I drew a bunch of cards. I was looking for it.
I ended up drawing the Emerald Chromacon into another under the sea. I was like, I'm kind of in a bad spot. But honestly, the Nani was pretty insane.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you think that you just actually Hades my Nani?
It's
And then you can just actually just afford to keep hitting it because I'm not gonna bounce your Hades.
keep hitting the Lilo.
Yeah. I think that's the move.
I guess I never thought Nani would be like that though.
Yeah, it was Nani was not like god tier.
I was like, he can't just bounce Nani every time.
I think I just lose if you just Hades the Nani.
All right, so then we'll just count it as a win for me.
Ha ha ha. But I think it's a good learning moment. I don't think I played perfectly in the entirety of the match in terms of I think I could have mulliganed slightly better. That's the thing about dogs is you can always optimize to be even better. I think that if I was like under more pressure and I was like, oh, I'm committed to playing this deck, I 100%. The thing about dogs is it's a completely different mindset
Yeah.
in terms of every other Lorcana deck. So if I'm playing 10 different Lorcana decks and I come to dogs as my last choice, I feel like I'm gonna play dogs slightly worse until I give it the reps it needs to get back into the mindset of only playing dogs.
Yeah.
So me jumping into this, I feel like I could have mulliganed slightly better in game 1, but I found the Chromacon when I needed it. Game 2, I felt like I was warmed up, felt played great. In game 3, I kept a 7, but I drew the second Chromacon and the Under the Sea, putting myself at a really bad position. But I would keep that 7 again.
I guess I would have bounced Nani in retrospect. Otherwise, I think I played the match like.
Ink.
Fine.
You would ink my Nani.
Yeah, I would have put your Nani not in the game anymore.
Yep.
Like I was doing with the Lilos, because usually it used to be that you would do that to Lilos.
Yeah.
So
No, I still think you most of the time do that, but this was a weird situation where bouncing the Nani allowed me to find.
And I mean, you drew 4 cards off of the.
But it was specifically the cards I needed. I was like, please hit a go-go. Please hit a go-go.
You had 2 go-go's. That's crazy.
But there was a Daisy Duck in between, so I almost bricked on one of them.
I didn't have any of the I don't have magical maneuvers. I was thinking like, oh, it can maybe magical maneuvers here, do some cool stuff with Hades. Like I had 9, and like when you're playing BLURPLE, that's like always on your mind when you're against dogs. Like if I magical maneuver, my maneuver, you want it to be a 2-for-1.
Yeah, it's not my favorite list of BLURPLE.
I didn't have any of that stuff. Like I mean, I think that I'm probably in a good spot against not dogs, but like any like good against dogs cards, I feel like I didn't have. You know what I mean? Like, wasabi, magical maneuvers. What's like some other ones that are good against dogs?
Yeah, what's interesting is I think
Ben.
Yeah, usually DKP goes pretty hard against dogs in the sense that he always plays Wasabi. It's interesting that Jonathan Lamb went the opposite direction.
Yeah, well,
but it paid off.
Paid off. He made it all the way to the finals, where he did play against dogs, which was not a good matchup.
Yeah, I think he probably could have had a solid chance of winning, especially if he's on the play against with Wasabi.
This deck reminds me of what you would play in BLURPLE if sideboards were in the game, and then you just bring in like 10 cards for dogs, and you're good.
Yep,
that's funny.
I agree. So what's the conclusion of our triangle?
I mean, it played out exactly the way we wanted it to, right? Blurple beat Purple Steel.
We don't want it to play out like this. We
We-
want a deck to break the the expectation.
Well, it seems like Blurple you could configure either way, right? Like if this Blurple deck had had Wasabis or Svens, it would have been pretty different. I would have had a couple.
I think
different
that if you
tools.
play against in the wild,
Mhm.
you in a DLC, you play against dogs 4 times, but in game 1 you don't know that they're on dogs. You don't think you're unfavored?
I mean,
You keep in Wasabi in the blind,
no. That's what I'm saying.
but you know that was that was a strategy for best of one. That if you mulligan and you have the ramp, you
Well,
keep the Wasabi in the blind.
in Blurple, I actually do keep Wasabi. Here's the philosophy. One thing that I've started to value in Lorcana is as games go really long, there are times where you like draw a Tipo or a 1-drop or whatever bad card, and that causes you to lose. But if in the early turns you can like ink all of those, then your deck is more like full of good cards. So something I like to do is keep Wasabi, because if you learn that you're against Blurple, you put it in the inkwell and you don't have to top deck it late game where it's horrible. But if you are against dogs, you get to keep it.
The reason why in best of 3 you can't do that as often is because if you don't have ramp, you got to mulligan the rest.
True.
If you don't have 1-drop and ramp, then you got to mulligan to look for the 1-drop.
Sure.
You lose the dogs regularly
Yeah.
without it. Okay. Then what do you call it? Then if you don't have a 4-drop and your only 4-drop is Wasabi, that's also questionable. If you end up playing the mirror match or purple steel and you play Wasabi on turn 3, like what?
Ban Nani.
No, ban Tramp. That's the card that needs to get banned. 7 cost Tramp.
Okay.
It needs to go. It's too good.
What about Chromacon?
I think Chromacon is, we can clearly deal with it.
Yeah, it's fun. You get to play item removal.
Yeah, you chose not to. Jonathan Lamb chose not to play.
No, it was me. I'll take full responsibility for his choice.
For his choice. But yeah, I do think that Blurple is a great deck. I do think that this deck is a great deck. So if there were 3 choices right now, it seems as though the dominating position was Purple Steel was beating up. You beat me 2-0 when I was playing dogs. Felt like the matches were extremely close, and I definitely felt like I could win. I never felt like any of my like draws were that different from each other. All the games felt almost identical playing dogs. There were like some really important. There were definitely moments where I was like, "Oh, I have Tramp and I have Lady and I have Chromacon. This feels amazing." But then there were some times where I have multiple Ladies, or I have multiple Chromacons, or I have multiple Tramps, and not the others. And when that happens, I just feel like still the deck is above a certain power level. Do you feel like with Blurple, if you miss, the most important thing is if you miss ramp, the deck is still good?
No. I think I'm still, when I play Blurple, super like going for my 92%er, meaning if I miss ramp in the first 7, I ship 7.
Yep.
And then if you have like a non-ramp game, it's like horrible. There are like games that you win sometimes when you miss ramp because you have a Cheshire Cat and you effectively just play like bad Purple Steel. But like maybe it works out because your opponent also stumbled or whatever. For the most part, you have to spend 4 ink on turn 3 to win.
Yeah. I don't, to me, it feels like, how do you not play dogs right now?
Well, people don't like to play dogs all the time because they're bad at it. So that would be the answer.
I know, but I feel like the deck is so good that even if you make slight mistakes, you're still favored to win.
And some people don't like aggressive decks.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, I think that dogs is a great choice. It's a very economical choice too.
True.
Easy to pick up, and it won the last DLC.
Why? It seems like you have to buy a bunch of cards that are only good in dogs.
Easy to pick up in the sense that it's a relatively cheap deck. What's expensive in it? Isn't it below $100?
I don't know. I don't know how much it is.
It might be like $131.
So a lot of my calculations is I pretty much have no money and I play trading card games, but the way I like to do it is you buy like staples. So if you buy genies when they come out, you can play the next deck and the next deck and the next deck. But if you drop $100 on ladies and tramps, that can only be played in dogs because they're
But I don't.
color locked.
Yes, but you can play it in 2 different formats.
Okay, sure, but yeah, and genie's probably not.
Yeah.
But the other format's pretty cheap. Like if you're buying Infinity, like you can buy Blue Steel for pretty cheap right now. Hirams are cheap.
Yeah, but Tramp will be a staple forever.
Really?
As long as it doesn't get banned, it's going to be S tier, and it's only going to get better in Infinity.
Okay. Well, in that case, then yeah.
What do you mean? You don't think they're going to give us more like free characters?
You get what I'm saying? Like if there was a red steel deck that was $50
Mhm.
only, but you're never gonna play those cards again, and you're also only ever going to play it in one tournament. That's like kind of more expensive to me than like a $200 blurple or $200 to improve your blurple deck and then play it for the next like 5 sets.
I mean, I think that the mentality is different. I think the mentality is when you go to a tournament, let's say you paid $50 for the entry, and then let's say you have like some blurple cards and you have some amber cards, and you're like, I need to buy a deck. I think that you have the ability to practice at your locals or online or in borrow cards, and then make the determination. I'm going to spend my money on this because it's going to give me the highest chance to win this tournament. So to me, it's the same thing as the entry. But if you just buy a deck, then you say, I'm committed to this, then you've lowered your chances of winning the tournament. And hence, if your goal is to win the tournament, just to win the tournament, then it's completely, the equation is messed up because you have created a hard, like, I can only play this. I don't think if someone said to me, hey, you are locked into Blurple from set 9 all the way till then, my win rate will go down drastically because I don't have the ability to change the variable that gives you the most amount of edge in a tournament. So I would argue that trading card games are different for you. Like your goal shouldn't be to win. It's like to have an experience or whatever it may be for you. But if you want to have the highest chance of winning, that's a variable you care about. Then you have to be open to playing whatever gives you the chance to do that. And so if in this moment is dogs, then the investment is dogs. But if it's not dogs, then invest in whatever deck you think it is. But that choice shouldn't be made by whether or not you can get the deck. Otherwise, you're giving up a huge possibility of being able to win.
Yeah, and there's always like ways to get the deck. You borrow them or rent them, or
Is there rental service?
I mean, well, what about like if you know somebody who has the cards but not well enough to borrow them?
Yeah,
you can maybe like do some good collateral, or if you don't have collateral, maybe you're just like, hey man, what if I give you $20 or whatever?
I think the way you can look at a rental fee is like, let's say you bought the deck for $130, and then you're like, I'm gonna list it for $100, and it'll be costing you $30.
Yeah.
If I listed it in Atlanta Magic, not even me, or like someone listed, hey, I have a dogs deck. You don't think you could sell like the winning list from DLC Melbourne?
At least probably for what you paid for it, hopefully.
Yeah, if not for $100.
Sure. Yeah.
So it costs you $30 to rent it.
All right, let's wrap this up. That was GG's. That was Zan and Jeremy. For those keeping track at home, Zan won. So we are 2-1 in favor of me.
What?
I don't know. I don't know the record.
I don't keep track of that.
Me neither. All right, let's get out of here. Bye everybody.